Hey guys, cool to be right back. I'm Rick.
Aaron!
I'm Calvin.
We are back with Naruto. But you know who's not back?
Who?
Choji. Unless Orochimaru brings him back.
Can he do that?
We've been told he can do that.
Have we been? Okay. Yeah, maybe he will.
Maybe he will. Maybe he's coming back, Eric!
No, he's by
To
death.
serve evil, though. They're still all waiting for Choji.
They'll be waiting a little while. Actually, he'll be waiting.
They're also waiting for Jirobo. He's also not coming.
He's not coming back.
Man, if he would have just complained about the Fatso line,
Yep.
he might have gotten it. And then can you imagine if they just gave it to him, he just put it on and ran the other way?
Suckers!
Would have been great. Mission accomplished.
Would
have been.
It.
Was not to be.
Trying to think of different ways. Like, I don't know how I'd fight the fat guy, but you're right. Like, how would dehydrate this man?
Yeah.
Like, just get like a bunch of cinnamon in his mouth.
Yeah.
You ever seen people
Yeah.
try to do the cinnamon challenge?
Mm-hmm.
Then they have to have something to drink after, or if not, they just like choke.
We should do that.
Cinnamon
Tough.
challenge?
Never done it.
It just
Have you done it?
Cinnamon powder. I've never done it, but
Oh, you just
when you
watch
see
the-
someone do it, you know exactly what it's like.
Yeah, you know what it tastes like? You know the texture on your tongue?
Never done it.
Yep.
I mean, Shikamaru knows that he's gone, right? He's just not saying anything.
I think he suspects.
Yeah, or feels something.
Yeah, but you don't want to tell them because then you can ruin morale.
I think the only one that maybe knows for sure is the dog.
Yeah.
No, I thought Shikamaru like had a sense
I think he
and like knew.
he suspects.
How would the dog know?
He's a dog.
Smell.
What?
Death is a powerful smell.
They're a long way away.
It's a powerful nose.
The dance of death.
I like to feel that like these four that they have to fight are like they are really tough. I don't think any of them actually stand up to them, but I think there's like a counter mechanic where like they're the ones staying behind happen to be able to counter the things that they have, right?
Like the paper to that rock.
Kind of, yeah. It's
Well-
like you can defeat a, Charizard who's, 10, 15 levels higher than you. Use like a Squirtle, and you can take more hits from the fire and you can deal water damage to it and do more damage to it. So like having Neji here doing these like this chakra cutting thing counters the thread stuff that probably no one else could have gotten out of, you know?
Yeah.
Like, sure, he's much stronger than everyone else probably there, but because of what his power and abilities are, he can just counter it. Choji might have been kind of close, but he had to power up with that to be able to withstand against the last guy, using the red pill. But that it was cool. Crazy. Sacrifice himself for it. I don't know if Neji will have to sacrifice himself for it. He might have already won, but he also might have not.
Sure.
I don't think he will die. Because I feel like his arc is not done yet.
Sure. He has his own story with his...
His clan,
yeah.
and his sister, and his father, and his dead father, and his uncle.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering if like he will get the hit like he's planning, and if it will work, or if it will be longer, or will he not make it in the future battles because he's going back to find Choji and then coming?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Will he win here but then go to find Choji instead of
And thus he doesn't team back up with the rest of the team.
maybe?
So I don't know.
I feel like the flashback to what Ruka Sensei was saying and about the protecting the bond of the Hidden Leaf Village is a nice sentiment, but falls on its face. I mean, they think that's what they're doing, but it falls on its face when we realize that he went willingly.
Yeah.
They're not trying to
not
stop something that
defending
was
him.
done to him. He left. But I guess you could say that it doesn't matter if he went willingly or not. The bond is stronger. Like, I believe in that bond stronger than your free will.
Yeah.
And they also don't want him to be a weapon for them either against the village,
Sure.
which might happen.
Like, that's the whole thing about Haku, what he was supposed to be, was protecting the secrets of their village by hunting down rogue ninja. So maybe if it comes down to it, maybe they have to, like, attack Sasuke. Keep the secrets.
Well, right now is the best time because he's in that urn. whatever.
The coffin.
Yeah, the coffin. So like,
It's just a dead body rolling around in there.
yeah, he's just unconscious.
Yeah.
So
It's like
he's not putting up any fight.
It's like a barrel. It's like what it reminds me of what they put what's her name in Indiana Jones. And like Andy, they're just like carrying it around.
That's a basket.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of. Is that thing? I don't feel like it's a coffin, but they call it a coffin because he's dead in there. So
Yeah.
whatever. I did like that Naruto did use his clones and not just rush in headstrong with himself.
I want him to keep going, though. He's like, I use your clones, but I got you. And he keeps doing it.
It's
Like,
always
literally
clones.
over and over again until the guy gives up. That's what I would do.
That's Naruto's strategy. It's like, oh, I fooled him.
Yeah.
Let me do that exact same move again, and it won't fool him this time. It's like, oh, dang it, I got caught. Who could have predicted this?
I did like their initial plan of like pretend to be Jorobo.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe Naruto would have done a better job playing him.
Maybe. Remember that one ninja playing Naruto and how good he was? He's like, yeah, I was spelling my name in P.
I feel like it's
Man, that
hard.
sounds just like him.
I feel like it's hard to try to pretend to be someone you've never really met. You know, like they didn't know that guy very well.
Mm-hmm.
But like if you're trying to if I had to try to pretend to be like one of you guys, that's much easier than me trying to pretend to be, Jonathan from, New York. I don't know who's that guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they fought him a little and like he taunted them, but
yeah, he had something about fat. I think at one point, but I think that was after they left, and it was just with Choji. I forget. But
I wonder if there will be another split up, or if there will be like a 3v3 on the next one.
I think you have the girl, and you have like Kiba and them, and then you get to the last one, and you have like Naruto and Shikamaru having to fight the two-headed guy. And I don't know how that works, but he has two heads. They have two heads.
Yeah.
Yep.
Two heads are better than one.
He's right.
And the girl has a flute, which could be good or bad for a dog, because they have different frequencies, I hear. So maybe it's related to that somehow, and you could have that.
Could be.
It's as long as it's classic battle shonen, where you have like this guy, he's slightly stronger than this, slightly stronger, and you don't skip because you get fucked up if you skip over this guy that you could barely beat.
Well, this
You know?
spider guy said like, I'm much stronger than fat guy.
Yeah,
So
and he could be.
But Spider Guy also admitted that Neji was the strongest of all of them by far.
that's what he thinks.
Could just be what he thinks.
And from his perspective, it could be.
Yeah,
It's like, well, this guy counters me, so he's the strongest.
Like Vegeta
Sure.
was much stronger than Raditz, but that's nothing compared to Frieza. Well,
I don't know,
I
man.
think my theory of the wandering doctor that comes across Choji, I don't know.
That was your theory?
Yep.
So you're just the doctor will just walk around and he'll be
Yep.
like, hey, look at this dead kid.
I would keep it as a pet theory.
See,
Could be.
I need like a Tom Bombadil to show up, say everything.
Will it remove it though if he's dead? You think it'd be like lessening the meaning behind it all? You know what I mean?
It was a pretty good moment.
It lessens the meaning if you know you'll survive. I feel like it's still a sacrifice if you know that you're gonna die. You know?
I guess. There was like a story I read where like in like a movie, like one of the original test scenes that they were testing with the audience was that at the end, like someone died, and they had them like kind of like crawling back injured, and being like, "Hey, can I get help?" And they're like, "Oh, he's alive," and it was kind of like a joke, versus like removing kind of like the sacrifice play that they made beforehand when like, oh, you think they died, but then they just kind of showed up really injured. So it's like, does that remove it too much? Him staying behind doing this? And
For me, it
dying and
depends
stuff,
on
you know?
the potential of a character. Like for Choji, even though we're on episode 115, I feel like, man, his journey's just begun.
Yeah.
And it got cut short. As opposed to if it was like, an older character that, oh, no, this feels like the end. And
The
then
third Hokage.
Yeah, but then they bring him back because he's super popular. I'd be like, oh, well, I kind of liked his original ending. But for Choji, I just felt like, oh, man, he probably could have gone further,
But maybe he'll inspire others to go further.
Maybe.
He's still with us.
I just almost dread them finding out what happened.
Every time they eat a last chip, they'll remember.
But I'm also no Naruto, and if he does realize what happened, that might be fun to see.
Sure.
His eyes might go dark.
I mean, can you have Neji go back and he finds out? So then he goes forward. He meets up to them. They're struggling, but the anger pushes like the fox. Thus, he defeats the two-headed dude, saves Sasuke, but then Sasuke just says "fuck off" and leaves anyway.
And for as much as he pulls out the shadow clones, he's not pulled out the Rasengan
Sure.
yet, so he still has that in his back pocket.
He did in the big rock dome, right?
Well, I guess
Yeah.
they didn't see it.
Yeah.
That's what I was say.
The enemies didn't.
Yeah, the enemies
Okay,
don't
sure.
know he can do that. I don't
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did it in there, but it didn't work.
Yeah.
But then this made sense to do shadow clones, I think, because he had multiples.
know. Yeah.
Well, did he, or was he not able to actually do it because he needs all of his chakra?
It was having his chakra
Sapped.
sapped at that point, but
Yeah.
It
I
might
don't
have
think he
been-
actually successfully
It
did
might have been a
it.
mixture of it, like he couldn't get it to full force, but
Yeah.
I feel
Still-
like he was trying to do that back then.
still feels like they don't know about it yet.
Because they had Kiba
Yeah,
and
one
the dude. I can't remember the dog's name, right? But I can't remember the dude's name. But they did like their
Akamaru.
their two-fanged attack thing,
Mm-hmm.
and they said they were all getting low on chakra and stuff. But then they got out and they ran and they seemed fine. So I don't know.
Food
I don't know
pills.
chakra ropes. Food pills.
Yeah.
Sensabine!
They take food pills and replenish the chakra.
You energized because of the sensitivity?
His fucking heels, ankles fixed.
No, it's not. I just feel it a lot better.
Is it fixed? Let me get down there and see it. Like,
No!
see
Get
it. Get
out of there!
Hammer!
Get out of there!
Thank you guys for watching our reaction to Naruto. Is Neji gonna emerge victorious? We'll find out next week. You can as well by subscribing and watching it as it comes out, or you can watch the reaction right now over at patreon.com/blindwave. Go check it out.